I have finally met a man. Coming for her, that's a big statement. She knew a lot about men. She goes, but I've met a real man. He told me everything about my life. Could this be the Christ? And the whole city was stirred up because of her testimony about one encounter with Jesus at a well. A thirsty woman that was thirsty for intimacy, thirsty for connection, thirsty for relationship, starving in her soul, trying one husband after the other, one relationship after the other, broken and in bondage, looking for life. And God began to turn the picture of drawing water out of a well into a prophetic word of our life, saying, I can give you living water because I'm looking at the condition and the dryness of your soul. I'm looking at your emotional state. I'm looking at the emptiness of your being. I'm looking at the desire in your heart to experience genuine, true love that you've not been able to find. I'm looking at the facade and the barriers that you put up around you, the shell that you have created because you're afraid to be hurt, and you're going from man to man to man to man to man to man, and even now you're unhappy. And I know you're thirsty because nothing in this world can quench the thirst of your soul, but I can. And many of you today, you are thirsty, and you've tried so many things in this world: success, ambition, money, careers, broken up relationships, one relationship after the other, and you're like, it's not working. I'm unhappy, I'm unfulfilled, I'm empty. Because you're looking for a drink. Not the kind you get in a bar. But the kind you get from Jesus. You know, a well is always a place of intimacy, church. This same Jacob's well, by the way, is an interesting well. Do you know that Rebecca met Abraham's right-hand man or servant at a well? And that's where Rebecca came back home and married Isaac. It was at a well. A well is a place of intimacy, connection, and lineage in the Bible. It's an intimate place. That's why Jesus was talking to her at the well and giving her spiritual revelation, because she was hungry. Jesus knew that she needed a revelation of who He is and personally revealed. He didn't condemn the woman for her past. He understood why she was where she was and said, what you need is living water. That's what He recognized. Do you know it was at a well that Jacob first met Rachel in Genesis 29? He came to the well, it was covered with a stone, and the moment he saw Rachel coming with the flock, he got this strength come on him, and he rolled away the stone off the well for her. And went and saw her and kissed her and wept over her. Moses, by the way, met Midian's family, daughters, at a well too. You see these intimate connections where marriages come forth, where relationships and families are developed. It always happens around a well, it so seems. A well is a place of intimacy, church family. God wants you to experience intimacy in your life. First with Him. Connection. He wants to speak to the thirst of your soul, emotions, your mind, your heart, your being. Intimacy is so important to God. Connection is our number one need as humanity. We all long for connection. From the time you're in your mother's womb, you're used to being connected to the umbilical cord. You were birthed or conceived as a result of connection. And life flows to you while you're in your mother's womb, and all you know is connection. And not only are you connected with the life of the mother, you're connected to God, because He says He knew you before you were born, and He knit you and formed you and fashioned you in your mother's womb. So it was God fashioning you in your mother's womb. It was God that's the author of the spark between the sperm and the egg. It is God that causes something to occur, and life begins at conception in your womb. Otherwise, why would God be forming you and fashioning you in the womb? He knit you together in the womb.